Grand Rising, beautiful souls, lovely spirits. How we doing? Blessed and prayed up, ain't we? We're going to let today be about peace and prosperity. I'm going to drop some science on y'all today, real heavy. And this science like no other. Them other brothers out there, they ain't giving it to you like this. Just check out my channel. Tune in. Now, the human body have 206 bones when fully grown. Okay, so the bones are crystalline devices. The 206 is very important. Now, if you have a Bible, I am about to free you from the Bible. Now go to 1 Chronicles chapter 2, verse 13. Jesse had 7 sons and 2 daughters. David is the 7th son. Okay? Now there are the 2 daughters is Abigail and Zeruiah. Okay? So that's 2. David, we all know David is the one who becomes king. King of all kings. David is the head of every man. He is the 7th born. So from looking at the 2, A and Z, Abigail and Zeruiah, David would be the head in the center. And when David looked the other way, he would see 6 brothers of his. So this is the 206 bones, crystalline devices. Okay? So David is balanced between 2 and 6. And he's also balanced between A and Z. This is the Ark of the Covenant. These are the 2 females that is covering the mercy seat that David sits in. David is the head of every man. Now I want you to go to the beginning of the books. The 7th from Adam would be Lamech. Lamech would also be in the image of David. For Lamech have 2 wives, Adia and Zaiah. A and Z. See, the 2 females, it's a parable. So Lamech would be the 7th born, just like David is the 7th born from his beginning. So 7 signifies completion. Adia and Zelia, yeah. Now when you look at this, the head in the center, that is balanced between the 2 and the 6. This is the English alphabet, for those of you who don't know. The 2 and the 6. So when you look at the house of Israel, you can see that the 7th born in order from Israel would be Joseph. This is why scripture tells you that Joseph had 2 wives. But they try to mix it up. Joseph was the 7th born. He had Asenath and Zeleika. A and Z. So when you read into the house of Israel, the head of every man. So this is a parable. This is allegory. Right? So when you look to see Israel as the head in the center, you will see that Israel have 2 sons by Rachel. Rachel is the R that represents the right. That's where the 2 sons sit, Joseph and Benjamin. Now Israel also have another wife, Leah, for left. Leah had 6 sons. She said she had Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, Zebulun, and Judah. Okay? I think that's 6 right there. So Leah had 6 sons. Rachel had 2 sons. The head in the center would be Israel. This is a body, 206 bones, crystalline devices. Now, this science that I'm giving you is very fluid. It's fluid. And only one man can interpret this book. No other man. Those brothers and sisters, they are receiving divine revelation that can interpret certain things. But they are drowning in the book the more they try to understand it, because it's not for them to understand. Now, King David, the head of every man, he's back walking the earth. And you have to understand, this is why King David, when he fought Goliath, he was the one who went up against Goliath. Everybody doubted him. He had 5 stones in the bag. Do you know what the 5 stones represent? The 5 stones will represent the great sun that has 4 reflections. So that would be David's father. Okay? So David come in the reflection of the great sun that has 4 reflections that shines in the 4 corners of the earth. So this is David riding the white horse. This is David riding the white horse. There are 206 bones when fully grown in it that make up a human body, okay? Now, where did the human get the body from? The bone from? The extra bone. Because the human was given a rib. When you look at the Taurus bull, it is Joseph. Joseph is the firstborn of the Taurus bull. He gave the human a rib. For the bull has 207 bones in its body. So when the coming of the Taurus bull, and this is why the Roman Catholic Church, they represent the Taurus bull. For they know that it is the appointed time. King Solomon walks the earth and lives today. So this is when you see there are 12 bulls. And it's a big bowl of water on top of those 12 that's holding up the world. This is the 12 stars. This is the 12 months that shake the cylinder. I am the eldest of a house of 12. Joseph is King Solomon. It's a parable. Okay? So to my right, there will be 7 sisters of mine. To my left, there will be 4 brothers of mine. That 7 turned into a G. That 4 turned into a D. I am the head in the center, for I am the eldest. But not only that, but to look at the house of 12. G-O-D equals 12. So I was born after 7 as the 8th, the virgin, born in August when the sun is brightest in the sky. So I come from the virgin. I have no father. I have no mother. I come from the virgin birth. I have no beginning. I have no end. Call no man on earth your father, lest it be me. These other brothers and sisters that you're hearing out here, if they're not leading you to the Father and the Son today, reject them in the gate. For these are brothers and sisters that have received spiritual recognition from my 2 witnesses, the 2 horns on the head of the Taurus bull. Those 2 horns will soon return back to me when they get done waking up the whole earth, to get them to recognize me. Not be too proud to recognize the uniqueness that the Spirit has guided them to teach. They're too proud. So instead of them having that unseen energy force of magnificence to get them to recognize that the Almighty is upon the face of the earth, they themselves want to be glorified. Those will become fallen angels. The pit of hell, fire is real. That's why Joseph was thrown down the pit.